Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Everyday Goddess Revolution with me, your host, Leeanne MacDonald, where we are awakening women around the world to their potential. So today I'm joined again by the awesome Judy Prokopiak, who is a master life reinvention coach and spiritual practitioner, and Katy Rameirez, who is a sexuality empowerment and connection coach. So thank you, ladies, for joining me in this episode. So we're going to continue on the conversation around trauma. Now, trauma, as we've talked about in episode 1 and 2 of this mini series, is really like the first place that every woman should go to on the personal development journey. And we always tend to get it a little bit back to front. So we first of all start to try and change the external circumstances, change who we are, get on that hamster wheel of personal development, and we get so far and then we fall back down again. And it's because we're not transmuting the trauma, we're not neutralizing that emotional charge within us that creates the transformation and the quantum leap and the significant change in life. So I'm so excited today because Judy and Katy are going to work together on an E4 trauma session, and you're going to get to see exactly what happens, what it looks like, and how, you know, the wisdom is created from this trauma. So I'm going to hand over to Judy, who's going to guide Katy through, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy this session.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm really honored, Katy, that you're, showing up with such grace and beauty inside and out. But this is going to be a beautiful session to really take you through, take you back into some negative experience in your past where, you created some meaning, right? You made it mean something about you, you made it mean something about life, you made it mean something about someone else. And we're really going to take that and transmute that. So I'm just going to spend just a minute and reminding you what this E4 trauma session is, so we can get our subconscious in alignment with what we're transmuting here and what we're doing here. So there's no right, wrong story. Everything that comes up is coming up to be revealed, to heal, to teach us, to give you a lesson, to transmute, transform. So I'll just be guiding you. And so the E4 trauma method is basically, the first E is we're going to just re-experience some event in your past, right? We're going to allow consciousness to guide, and we're just going to go right into a time where something in your past had some negative experience for you, and we're just going to fully experience that, right? Just want you to be in that moment. And I am 5 years old, I am wearing a blue dress, and I am at kindergarten, right? We're just going to be in the experience, fully feel the emotions. The second E is to not evaluate. It's actually evaluation, but we're not going to do any evaluation. We're just going to be in the experience, continue to feel the emotion, and just be in it. And I will be here safely supporting you, holding you, and guiding you through that. And just remember, you can handle any emotion, right? Emotion is simply energy in motion, right? You can handle any emotion. You're a wise, wonderful woman in the world. You're no longer that child or that young girl anymore, right? So we can feel any emotion. And that's the third E, fully expressing all the emotion, whatever is in that experience. We want to fully express it, because that's where the trauma, we want to neutralize it. We want to fully express it so that we can neutralize that energetic hold that this experience has on us. And then we come to some new enlightenment and some new pure potential for yourself. So are you ready?
I am so ready.
Oh, beautiful. So we did talk a little bit before this call. And so one of the things that came up for you was the sense of empowerment going on. And so that was sort of the word. So what I'd like you to do is sort of close your eyes and go into this emotion where you feel disempowered, right? We just tap into that emotion where you have felt disempowered, maybe recently, right? Where it's something in your business, in your personal life, wherever. Just that feeling. We just want to tap into the feeling of what it feels like to be disempowered.
Yeah.
And to not be in your power. Are you feeling that?
Yeah, just like overwhelm. It's an overwhelm to the point where I can feel frozen. I can feel like I have 4 different directions, but I can't do one of them because I'm stuck. And even if I want to move, I get stuck.
Beautiful. Thank you. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go back into some time in your past, in your childhood. Go back and find a time where you also felt this. You felt overwhelmed, you felt frozen, you felt disempowered, you felt stuck.
Mm.
And we're going to trust that the right memory is going to come up. I'll just give you a moment.
Mhm. Mm. Mm.
What's the mental picture for you right now?
It's like I'm sifting back into teenage years,
Thank
and
you.
it's I'm just trying to narrow it down.
Okay. Yeah. Just start seeing what you see.
So I'm at the doctor. I think I was about 14 years old, and I remember I was wearing these like plaid blue and white pants, and my mom had me at the doctor, and they were weighing me and accusing me of an eating disorder. But I was being made to feel like I was really wrong for this insecurity. And I remember just shutting down and not really being able to communicate. And I remember my mom trying to just love me through it, but her way of being made me feel like I was bad. And so I just shut down.
Thank you. You're doing great. Let's start at the beginning. And I want you to really be in that experience.
Mhm.
I am 14. I am at the doctor. My mom is saying this. The doctor's saying this,
Mhm.
right? We want to be in the experience.
Mhm.
Doing great.
I remember trying to think if I was 13. I was either 13 or 14 years old, and I was at my
I
old
am. I
I
am,
am.
Katie.
I
Thank
am.
you. Thank you.
I'm I'm 13, and I'm at the my pediatrician's office, this old office that I had gone to, and I felt like I was in trouble. My mom was talking kind of down to me, and I was struggling. I felt really uncomfortable. I was being teased relentlessly in school for my body and for what I looked like. And so I'm at the doctor, and I had lost a bunch of weight. I stopped eating. And um, I remember both the doctor and my mom talking to me like, oh, your shoe looks like it's going to fall off of your foot. And being made to feel really bad and that I was wrong for having this issue with food. And I just remember their faces of just like very like, you're wrong, like you're bad for doing this. It wasn't like any sort of solution. I also would not admit. I got really quiet. I got really shut down. And I just remember resorting to silence.
Thank you. You're doing great. Let's go back to the beginning. Go through that one more time. Really feel the emotion. Thank you, Katy, for being vulnerable.
I did not expect this to come up.
You're doing great.
Mm.
Start at the beginning. Fully express the emotion. Be in this experience. You're doing amazing.
I'm 13. I'm sad. I want everyone to leave me alone and not talk to me. I'm at the pediatrician's office. My mom is having a conversation with the doctor that I was smaller. I had lost a bunch of weight. And I remember just I felt wrong. I felt like I was wrong. I felt like I shouldn't be. There was something wrong with me. I remember I was wearing these plaid pants and these brown shoes, and my mom made this comment that my leg looked so skinny that she thought my shoe was going to fall off of my foot. It did not feel loving. It felt like, shame on you, you're bad. And I just remember being quiet, just quiet.
What did you decide about yourself in that moment?
That there was something wrong with me. That I was always sick, and that I just wanted to be like better or perfect.
What else did you decide about yourself?
I wanted to feel better, but I had no idea like how to feel better.
What did you decide about other people?
I can't please anyone. They always make me wrong. Either I go to school and I picked on for what I look like, or I am made to feel wrong because of my actions.
Thank you. What did you decide about life?
I did not want to participate.
Thank you. What else did you decide about life?
I remember wanting to be erased.
Thank you. Got that. Anything else you decided about yourself?
I just wanted to be good enough, pretty enough, skinny enough, fit in enough. I just wanted to be like other people, feel like other people.
Thank you. Katy, let's go through this one more time.
Mhm.
Just feel any emotion there, be in that experience. We're going to neutralize everything in this experience now. Whenever you're ready, start at the beginning, fully express, fully be in that experience, and we're going to neutralize it right now.
Mm-hmm. I remember being in the car on the way to the doctor, feeling like I was wrong. I was being shamed on going to this pediatrician's office, the light blue walls, I remember, and the sunlight coming in. I remember not wanting to talk. I'm 13. I remember the plaid pants I was wearing and the brown sandals. And I remember sitting on the doctor's table in the pediatrician's office, and I just remember feeling in trouble, like I was I was bad. I remember being questioned, and because I was being questioned, I just got quiet and silenced. No willingness, because I just felt like bad.
What did you decide about yourself in that moment?
That I remember deciding I was sick. I'm always sick.
What else did you decide?
That no one understands.
Thank you. What else did you decide about yourself?
That I could take care of myself.
Thank you. That's awesome. Did you decide anything else about life, about other people, about yourself?
Everyone makes me wrong.
Thank you.
I'm always in trouble. I'm always like, are they going to ground me for this?
Awesome. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Come back into this moment. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for being Yeah.
Mm.
So let me take you through and tell you some of the commands that you had about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we know that these keep coming up, right? And so now we want to bring them up into the consciousness and have awareness around them. And then we're going to transmute it into something that is true for you, right? So some of the things you said about yourself, I felt like I was in trouble. I always, there's something wrong with me, right? I'm always sick. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be perfect. I was wrong. I was bad. I'm wrong. I'm bad, right? I just would get quiet and silence and shut down. I want everyone to leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
What's speaking to you there? What are some of the things that what do you say to yourself over and over in your life right now?
That I can do this all myself. Yeah, that I have to. And that I can be there for everyone else, but not really allow anyone else in to even help me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of that was I wanted to be good enough. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be skinny enough, smart enough.
Yeah.
I wanted to feel better. I wanted to be better, but I didn't know how.
That like I don't want to be a bother. I just want to feel like I just want to.
Right. Beautiful. And then, I wanted to be erased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was hard to remember that actually.
Right. So, what is really true for you, right? Do you want to keep believing these? What is the new potential, new possibility? Do you want to keep believing this, that like I can't let people in and that I just need to be better and be perfect and I want to be erased? What are you declaring for yourself now?
Well, what's interesting is I literally haven't thought about that thought. It's first, like, I have not thought that thought. And so it was interesting to even remember that, you know? But when I know today that I am so worthy of caring for myself, that I get to connect with others through words and through speaking and understanding that it's almost like not communicating and speaking is just as, I guess it's like it is isolation, and the opposite of isolation is connection. uh but it's interesting that, and so I get to speak, I get to communicate, I deserve to be in the room, I deserve to eat, I deserve to um yeah, take up space, and I deserve to ask for help. And
Yeah.
and I wasn't expecting this. uh
Yes, I deserve to be in the room, to take up space, to ask for help.
yeah, to be in the world, you know. I deserve to
Right?
be in the world, and that, I don't know how to put this in a positive, but that I don't have to shut down. I don't have to shut all my walls or like close all my blinds, you know?
So
when
what is the opposite of that?
that's what I'm
I
trying
don't-
to think of,
Okay.
that it's almost like, for some reason, because I see blinds, like when I do that, like
Mhm.
of like, so it's almost like when I do feel that, of that shutdown, or that, inward, it's almost like an inward spiral. Like it's almost like, there's that phrase like downward spiral, but it's almost like it, and we know about inverting our emotions, but it's like an inward spiral. And I can only recognize it because I'm getting ready to move, and that I can be so present and so of service in certain areas of my life. But as soon as I get overwhelmed, it's like one thing is so challenging.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
so back to that is like, for me, it almost comes back to when I get overwhelmed, when I want to shut down, the message I'm getting is to sit down and connect.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really what just,
Yeah. Exactly. Right. One of the things you said about life was I didn't want to participate. Right. I wanted to be erased. I didn't want to participate. This sort of shutting down, quiet,
Mhm.
isolating. But the truth. The truth is, what I really need is connection. What I really desire is connection. What I really want is connection
Mhm.
with myself, with divine, with other people.
mm-hmm.
Right.
And that even if it's instead of, and this is just like what my clarity is instead, it like, if I can't communicate this to someone, because the reality is that I can't just go to my mother or someone else and say, this is what's fluttering through my head, because she's going to want to fix it. She's my mom.
Mhm.
She wants to make it better. She wants to make me better. And not everyone is available all the time. But the one thing that is true is that I can always sit down and connect with myself
Mhm.
when
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
connect to, yeah, it's just
Yes. Right. I'm so worthy of caring for myself. I deserve to be in the room, to take up space, to ask for help. And not communicating is isolating, and the opposite is connection. That's your truth,
right.
Yeah.
right? Connecting with myself.
Mm-hmm. And that more so, as I identify as a connection coach, that the connection is not with others only, is that it's more like, it's more inward. And when I choose to do things like not eat, which thankfully I don't do that anymore, or if I were to choose to take something, some substance, which again I choose not to do that anymore, um that when that void pops up, because I'm a human and it does, and I get overwhelmed,
Mhm.
and the message is actually, because what I have been doing is I'm like, oh, well, I'll put on a podcast. Oh, I'll put on this thing about like compounding or like something crazy. And I actually, what the message is turn it all off and sit down.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I love that, right? We want to take it all the way back to the beginning of this conversation about feeling disempowered,
Mhm.
right? When you're feeling that disempowered, feeling overwhelmed, feeling frozen, feeling stuck, right? And there you were as this young girl, kind of collapsed in that moment, right? And you
Mhm.
decided, I don't fit in, I don't belong. People always make me wrong, right? I just want to be erased. When really, the truth is, I am so worthy of caring for myself. I connection is my thing. I'm going to connect with myself, with my true self. I'm going to connect, because when you connect with yourself, you can connect with other people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I deserve to be in the room, take up space, and ask for help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How does all that feel now?
Oh my God, it feels so good. It feels so much better.
Yeah.
Right? So when the blinds want to shut you in, what are you going to do about that?
I think what I need to do is not try to erase it with like podcast is good, but it's not necessarily the solution
Right.
or the. So I think I really believe right now is that really going deep inward and also just connecting with people and not necessarily worrying, like reach out to even you two and just say, hey, like, and
Right.
not worry so much because again, in the middle of this move, I'm worrying about being too
Right.
much for my family, worrying, you know, and so literally, and I feel really good like in my life, but I do know that even yesterday I had a moment where I completely fizzled out because I'm like, my house has boxes in it because I'm getting ready to relocate. And so
Yeah. So
yeah.
Katy, I want you to claim your declaration, right?
Okay.
I'm so worthy of caring for myself. Is that your truth?
I declare I am so worthy of caring for myself.
Yeah. And I deserve to be in the room to take up space.
Yes, I deserve to be in the room.
To take up space and to ask for help.
To take up space, to ask for help, I deserve to fully connect to myself and connection to myself and asking for help when I need it.
Yes, beautiful.
Awesome.
It's so beautiful, right? And then that's how you take your power back.
Yeah.
In those moments of feeling disempowered, take your power back with your declaration, with your truth, with then taking the action that you need to take.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh,
That was
thank
just
you.
beautiful. That was beautiful to witness. Thank you, Katy, for being so vulnerable and for allowing other women, because that, like what you shared, I think so many women can instantly relate to that disempowered state and that overwhelm. I could. So a few stories, mental pictures were coming to me as you were talking. So you've helped me get some clarity. So thank you so much for showing up, being vulnerable. And thank you to Judy for holding space for Katy and for everybody watching this and showing how you can shift from that disempowered state and you can shift from the cycles and the patterns and the coping strategies and all of that into this truth, into the I am, into this state of wisdom, in a place where we have all of the answers, or at least we can connect to it, to feel that an answer will come, something will be shown to us. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, thank you. It's beautiful to witness and watch you move through it all. So, and thank you, Leeanne, for creating this amazing, show, an opportunity for women to see what's possible for them in healing their trauma. So, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judy.
So remember, everybody, live life goddess powered, and thank you for watching this mini series. And we'd love you to reach out if this has impacted you and you want to learn how to transmute your own trauma. Please reach out to us, because we've got an awesome collective who are here to support you. So thank you again, ladies, and everybody have an awesome day.